Oh, here, this is the Gordian knot, and this is Peregrine Pickle. Here are the tears of sensibility and Humphrey Clinker. This is the memoirs of a lady of quality, written by herself. And here, the second volume of the Sentimental Journey. Oh, Lord, they're both coming upstairs.
In my way hither, Mrs. Malaprop, I observed your niece's maid coming forth from a circulating library. She had a book in each hand. They were half-bound volumes with marble covers. From that moment, I guessed how full of duty I should see her mistress.
Oh, those are vile places indeed.
Madam, a circulating library in a town is as an evergreen tree of diabolical knowledge. It blossoms through the year, and depend on it, Mrs. Malaprop, that they who are so fond of handling the leaves will long for the fruit at last.
Well, but Sir Anthony, your wife, Lady Absolute, was fond of books.
Aye, and injury sufficient they were to her, madam. But were I to choose another helpmate, the extent of her erudition should consist in her knowing her simple letters, without their mischievous combinations, and the summit of her science be her ability to count as far as 20.
Fie, Sir Anthony, you surely speak laconically.
Why, in moderation now, Mrs. Malaprop. What would you have a woman know?
Observe me, Sir Anthony. I would by no means wish a daughter of mine to be a progeny of learning. I don't think so much learning becomes a young woman. For instance, I would never let her meddle with Greek, or Hebrew, or algebra, or simony, or paradoxes, or fluxions, or such inflammatory branches of learning. Neither would it be necessary for her to handle your mathematical, astronomical, or diabolical instruments. But, Sir Anthony, I would send her at 9 years old to a boarding school in order to learn a little artifice and ingenuity. Then she should have a supercilious knowledge in accounts. And as she grew up, I would have her instructed in geometry, that she might know something of the contagious countries. But above all, Sir Anthony, she should be mistress of orthodoxy, that she might not misspell and mispronounce words so shamefully as girls usually do. And likewise, she should reprehend the true meaning of what she is saying. This, Sir Anthony, is what I would have a woman know, and I don't think there's a superstitious article in it.
Well, Mrs. Malaprop, I will dispute the point no further, though I must confess you are a truly moderate and polite arguer, for almost every third word you say is on my side of the question. But, Mrs. Malaprop, to the more important point in debate, you say you have no objection to my proposal.
None, I assure you. I am under no positive engagement with Mr. Acres, and since Lydia is so obstinate against him, perhaps your son might have better success.
Quick, fling Peregrine Pickle under the toilet. Throw Roderick Random into the closet. Put the innocent adultery into the whole duty of man. Thrust Lord Amesworth under the sofa. Cram Ovid behind the bolster.
And it is my wish, while yet I live, to have my boy make some figure in the world. I have resolved, therefore, to fix you at once in a noble independence.
Sir, your kindness overpowers me. Such a generosity makes the gratitude of reason seem more lively than the sensations even of filial affection.
Well, I am glad you are so sensible of my attention, and you shall be master of a large estate in a few weeks.
May my future life, sir, speak my gratitude. I cannot express the sense I have of your munificence. Yet, sir, I presume you do not wish me to quit the army.
Oh, that shall be as your wife chooses.
My wife, sir?
Aye, a wife. Why, did I not mention her before?
Not a word of her, sir.
Odd so, I mustn't forget her, though. Yes, Jack, the independence I'm talking of is by a marriage. The fortune is saddled with a wife. But I suppose that makes no difference.
Sir, you amaze me.
What the devil's the matter with the fool? Just now you were full of gratitude and duty.
I was, sir. You spoke to me of independence and a fortune, but not one word of a wife.
Why? What difference does that make? Odds of life, sir. If you have the estate, you must take it with the livestock on it as it stands.
So, I shall have another rival to add to my mistress's list, Captain Absolute. However, I shall not enter his name until my purse has received notice in form.